I'm laughing because we're live and we're just sitting here. Yeah, I love it.
I'm laughing because you're laughing.
I'm trying not to laugh.
All right, let's go. Good evening, everybody. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hit the Dice. It's our premiere show, premiere actual play here on the GoIndieNow network. It's the show that goes along with Zero Means You're Dead. If you haven't watched our premiere episode of Zero Means You're Dead, definitely go and check that out. Tonight we are playing Human Almost, created by the inestimable Egg Embry. So I am Sean. I'm SM Hillman. You may have seen me on the other shows. I host Zero Means You're Dead. And I'm playing tonight, which is a big lot of deal for me. But I will go ahead and turn it over now to Egg. Go, Egg.
Howdy, howdy. I'm Egg Embry. I am an RPG journalist, and I also wrote, as Sean said, Human Almost. I'll be running the game tonight. If you're looking for me online, I'm under Egg Embry. And you can find me at places such as DriveThruRPG, itch.io, under Egg Embry Publishing, and when you're looking for me on social media, amazingly enough, Egg Embry was not taken on most of those platforms, so here I am. I'm going to turn it over to our players. Detective Enigma 7979, kick us off.
Hey folks, I am Karina Kantas. I am a full-time author. I'm also CEO of Author Assist, and I am the producer and host of the TV show podcast Behind the Pen. Nice to meet you all. You can find me online, Karina Kantas.
Okay, hi. I didn't know we were coming straight to me. Hi, my name is SG Tasz. That's my author name. My full name is Sarah Tasz. I'm a paranormal comedy and urban fantasy writer based in Las Vegas. And I'm really excited to be here playing tonight. And you can find me, I've got my handle right there. So SG Tasz. I'm on most social media outlets.
I'm Jessica Nettles. I'm the author of The Children of Menlo Park. You can find me on the Facebook, on the Instagram, not on the former Twitter, but you can find me on most places on social media. Steampunk English. Come check me out. I also write Southern Gothic horror, and so yeah.
Okay. And hi, I'm Misty Massey. I'm the author of the Mad Kestrel series of pirate fantasy adventures, and I am an editor for small presses like Falstaff Books, Lore Seekers Press, and Mocha Memoirs Press. When I'm not doing wordy type stuff, I am a cast member on the Authors and Dragons actual play D&D podcast. I'm one of the Calamity Janes, and you can find that podcast anywhere where fine podcasts are not shared. But if you just want to know more about me, you can find me at mistymassey.com or all over the social media. I'm currently very fond of Twitter, of TikTok, not the other.
The dead bird.
The good T social media, not the bad T social media. So, but I am still there, and I'm on Facebook and other places.
So with that, let me tell you about the game. So we're playing Human Almost. So let's talk about niche genres. Let's talk about post-cyberpunk. So after you're done with cyberpunk, you're post-cyberpunk. This is where this game takes place. Basically, if you think about it this way, there's still a problem in the world. The corporations kind of won because they made your cage a gilded cage. That's post-cyberpunk. It's a nice-looking city that y'all are in. But it's still something that has its elements of decay. And that is the underlying problem. There's a lot of techno crime. And fortunately, y'all are the detectives, both human and synthetic, that are going to deal with those issues. So, since y'all are going to be dealing with the crimes, let's talk about how it's set up. some of you are human, some of you are synthetic. Long ago, it was decided that every human should be partnered with a synthetic detective. Synthetic detectives have a range of enhancements that obviously a human wouldn't. However, most of you humans, you'll have a little bit of cybernetic enhancements as well. In this game, in the normal way that we play it, we go through and give each of the characters tags. And with those tags, you'd use those whenever you're forming a dice pool. So one tag that relates to whatever situation you're in would equal 1d6, and you'd roll that. However, because there's a lot of people playing, and because we have 90 minutes to 2 hours to get through a bunch of murders, we're going to take in we're going to go about this a different way. So what we're going to do is basically every time that y'all go to do some detective stuff, if you're synthetic and there's something extra that being synthetic you feel would add to that, then you're going to roll 3d6. You're going to take the highest die, and that's going to be your success. If I feel that story-wise there's something going against your synthetic, then I may lower you down to 2d6 or even 1d6 if we're towards the bad guy at the very end. If you're human and you feel that there's some ingenious human thing that we can all do because we're human, then you have 3d6. But otherwise, I might lower you down to 2d6 or 1d6 if there's something going on that gives the story more edge and the bad guy more opportunity. Plays a little differently than what we actually have in the rules, but this will be faster. So you'll roll your dice, probably 2 or 3d6. Take the highest one. A 6 is an automatic success. 4 or 5 is a success with a complication. 3 or less, I get to do stuff. So that's sort of the simple part of the rules and sort of a simple part of the setup. Do y'all have any questions before we dive in?
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to, for simplicity's sake, we're not starting at ye old inn like you would here. We're going to take and do this a little different. Y'all are all headed to lunch, and everyone decided to carpool. This is the future. And Joe, can you take and share the map of the city?
Ooh.
Nice.
So this is the city. So obviously, y'all are from the Gov section. That is where the police are, and y'all are going to eat. And you were headed to business and retail when all the synthetics start buzzing like their cell phones, and all the humans read on the heads-up display on the windshield, "Crime reported." And your vehicle is summoned to the Garden District. The Garden District is a beautiful area, okay? It's basically where all the parks are. It's also where most of the nice, well-heeled individuals live, okay? Y'all head over to the Garden District, I assume. Does anyone object to that?
No.
Nope.
Let's go.
We must go and investigate immediately.
That's
Good
right.
deal. So no lunch for y'all. That's where we're starting, okay?
I will remind
Pretty
everybody
normal.
to stay professional, and let's follow the rules this time.
Is there another way to be?
That's what I was thinking.
What? Are you calling me out, man? What?
I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying.
All right, man. I'm just saying.
Let's not get off schedule here, okay?
Y'all pull up at a super nice high-rise building. It's in the Garden District, and it has a beautiful view of one of the many parks. Okay, there's already a number of police cars here, and you're escorted in, taken up to the top floor, the penthouse, as it were, and you see the police tape. Okay, you go through it. You go through the room. There's nothing of interest in this entire huge penthouse. They guide you outside to the balcony. Okay. On the balcony, you see something that shocks you, yet is a part of your everyday life. There's a body, an individual that has been shot from quite a distance, and they're laying there on the balcony, dead. Everyone is standing around with, and these are, when I say everyone, I mean the other police, those in uniform, not detectives, and they're discussing this, right? But there's 3 things that are different here. 1, your captain is here. 2, the mayor of the city is here. And 3, anyone who likes books is going to need to roll 3d6, see if they can figure out, hey, who this might be.
3. It's my
I got
top.
a 6.
4.
6.
So those of you that got a 6, you look and you recognize the body that is laying on the ground. This is none other than Algorithm Christie, best known for Murder During Express Orientation, a book that is quite popular here in the post-cyberpunk world. Nice. I like the image. So, Algorithm Christie is dead. So, Algorithm Christie is what we would consider an AI-assisted poet and author. This is the future, and this is what the future looks like. She is one of the individuals that cranks out a number of books. While it's not a wholly AI thing, it's not a wholly human thing, but together in the future that has some corruption, this is what we have for authors. You see the body, and again, you're able to detect that shot. Before you can do anything else, the captain of the police comes up. Because you're the detectives, there's 6 of you, including the one that I am playing, which is also synthetic. Before he does anything, she does anything, what are y'all doing?
I was probably going to go talk to her anyway, right away, since I didn't recognize this person, so I need some more info.
I'm going over to the bookshelf. I'm going to have a look at these books.
I'm scanning the body. I want to take a look and see what type, if I can figure out what kind of bullet it is, how far away did it come from, anything I can suss from the body. Crime scene expert.
That makes sense to me.
I'm standing over as Sybil's bending down looking at the body. I'm standing over making notes on my whatever kind of pad I use. Whatever she says, oh, I see this, I see that. I'm making notes so that I don't have to do the same thing she's doing already.
That is okay. So let's go through and do this. Headed over to the captain. The captain's coming to you. I'm going to actually get to that one last. Since the captain's coming to you, I'll do everything else first. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So bookshelf. It is the future, and it's the post-cyberpunk future. It's not a happy place. So there's not a lot of books. There's what amounts to an iPad. It has a lovely place, clearly of honor, but you're going to have to thumb through them that way. Shelves are now for knickknacks and nothing else. That is the sad future that we're making here. So you can go through the iPad if you'd like.
I'm going to give it to Detective LVN to swipe through it within a few seconds to see if anything of abnormality is in this iPad for me.
I'm going to make you make the roll for me because I don't want to do any dice. If you take and roll 3d6 and tell me which one came in the highest.
3.
So swiping through, Algorithm Christie's iPad is full of Algorithm Christie's books. It's a thing. It's a thing.
But you're also going through the books and reading the stories to see if there's any similarities to what we're seeing right now in this crime scene.
So 3 books of the many, many, many that Algorithm Christie has generated do involve someone being shot from a distance. But none of them have any additional components that really make you think, oh, like, this is that book.
Okay.
Sybil?
Yes.
Okay. Since you're synthetic, you have a lot of options here. So you could conceivably, with a good enough roll 3d6 for me for an investigation, and tell me what the highest single die is.
Highest single die is 6 again.
Nice. So you can sit there and triangulate all of this, right? Basically, you in your heads-up display for yourself.
Right.
You can take and see how the individual was standing when they got shot, and then extrapolate where they were shot from. So again, I mentioned that y'all have this beautiful view of the park, right?
Right.
Well, Algorithm Christie, she was leaned over the balcony looking into the park, and someone from the park shot up. Now, of course, you can look out to see if there's someone there, and there's not where the actual bullet came from. But
Right.
you can tell it's a high-powered rifle, and this was clearly some sort of marksman.
All right. Is it a regular bullet, or is it some sort of high-tech bullet that we're looking at?
This is a regular bullet, so ballistics will be the old-fashioned kind.
Okay. That's
Home
good to know.
explosive.
I'm feeding this all to Danielle.
Is the bullet still in her body, or did it
Yeah.
go through?
It's
was
still
nice.
in there.
It's
Okay.
still in there.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
It is.
What's the, this is probably too technical. What's the spread of the bullet look like, or can I tell that?
I apologize when you said the spread of the bullet.
Spread as in when it goes into the body, the bullet spreads a little bit. Okay? If it's not coming out, it has spread inside the body.
I would agree with that.
You don't know.
I am stumped. I apologize. I don't have that.
How messed
okay.
up is her body? And she's still got a head. And she's still got a head.
Well, we
There's
can recognize
Out
her.
of the back end of her head. Where was she hit? It was
I
she hit
apologize.
in the head?
Chest,
Where was she
and it
hit?
ended
In the
up.
chest. Okay. Okay. So it didn't come out the backside of the chest.
It did not.
So
No.
it is spread somewhere, probably in the backside of her chest.
Mhm.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
Beyond that, I'm probably asking too technical a question. I apologize.
No. It's all good. It's all good. So, Detective Lewis.
Lois.
Lois. If only I could read. If only I could read. If you're offered dyslexia, don't take it. Just don't. Not as good as you think. So, Detective Lois. And if I keep screwing that up, I'm going to just apologize forever.
That's fine.
The captain comes up to all of y'all, okay? And this is Captain Mary Toadmiser, okay? It's a police captain. And you can tell that it has already been a bad day. Y'all have missed lunch, but Mary has probably missed more than that, okay? Not normally at the scene of the crime, normally back at police headquarters. Mary comes up to y'all and takes and pulls all six of you together, okay? And says, okay, like, the mayor is literally here, literally breathing down my neck, and there's literally a problem. Y'all see the body. Do y'all know who this is?
No,
Indeed, we do. I
Yes.
do.
I'm not
I
much
do.
of a reader.
I read all of her books. I was very fond of her work.
It's the mayor's daughter.
No. Wait, is it?
It is Algorithm Chrissy. I don't read her books personally, but the mayor does. And the mayor has huge concerns for two reasons. One, she's dead. And two, in the bedroom is something you've got to see.
I'm
I'm
move
off
to
to
the
the bedroom.
bedroom.
Yep,
Go
I'll
run
do
into the
better.
bedroom.
So off to the side of all the rooms that y'all have already been in, you go into the bedroom and you realize that there's a door that leads from the balcony to the bedroom as well as living room to the balcony.
Interesting.
When you're in there, there's a hologram sign on the wall. It says, one writer is dead, and soon another writer will write their last words.
Ooh.
The
They could
mayor
have just left a review.
Does that perhaps mean that whoever wanted to take over for Algorithm Christie has done this? Because it says soon another will write their last words. There could refer to the dead person, Algorithm Christie. Perhaps.
is
Or
possible.
perhaps they're a serial killer in the making.
Well.
And they're going after other authors.
That's probably why the
probably
mayor is
what it
worried. Yeah.
Did they get the grammar correct? Is
Yes.
there
How did they
correct?
spell there?
Yeah, that could be an important clue.
They would spell it like I would, so it would be wrong every time.
He's a game writer. That says it all.
Indeed.
If it is spelled incorrectly, then Danielle would like to just go hunt him down for the crime of that alone.
All I can say is honestly, bless editors, bless every single one.
Amen.
Amen.
So the captain looks at y'all. Y'all are my best detectives, and here's what you need to know. This weekend is a convention. It's a writing convention. It's for AI poets and AI authors. It's multiverse.
I have heard of this convention.
I have as
Yeah.
well.
Detective LVN, you need to go to the database and get all the names of all of those attending and those are related and working with our deceased.
So I have that list for you. Joe, can you put those on the screen? All the attendees? Tell you what, while he's getting that populated, I'll go ahead and tell you. So these are some of the best-selling AI-assisted authors that we have out there. There's Dan L. Steele, okay, best known for Safe Harbor Declaration. There's Sequence King, best known for IT. There's Octavia E. Beta, best known for Kind Red. There's Ghostwriter Patterson, best known for Along Came a Spider on the World Wide Web. There's Mary Shell for Frankenstein, best known for Victor von Frankenstein's biography, I Am Frankenstein, the other guy's the monster.
That's the title.
And finally, there is Jane Awesome from Austin, best known for Pride and Prejudice Has No Place in Binary Code.
I think we need to look at the ghostwriter first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So the captain says, I'm putting y'all on this. All your other cases are suspended. Just find this because the mayor not happy. And that worries him a lot, pointing towards the holographic side.
Well, if I am not mistaken, Algorithm Christie was in the middle of writing a book at this time. So I can understand why he is upset. We will never hear the end of that mystery. This is very upsetting.
At this point, one of the other police officers, one of the uniforms, okay, they walk into the room. This is Officer Dixon. Big mustache, just big mustache sort of guy. And Officer Dixon's like, wait, these people write books? Well, that's quaint.
We'll observe, Dixon. This is why we keep you around. Have you all figured out if there was forced entry or not?
I mean, the bullet, right?
The bullet was pretty forced, but it came from the park.
But I will point at the holographic sign
that's
in the
true.
bedroom.
Oh, that's
Someone set that up, yeah.
Yeah,
someone did set it up. Okay, so for some reason I thought it was coming through like something else. Okay. My brain is just okay. That was some mustache.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
The holographic sign, is it being projected from a device in the room?
It is nanites floating in the air. When y'all are done, they're just going to be vacuumed up.
So they could easily have come in from the outside too, from the open door.
Yes.
Can I examine one of the nanites closer?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have to roll for that?
Yes, if you would, if you don't mind.
All right. Wow. Another 6. I do not know how I'm doing this. This never happens. I want you to know this never happens.
Human almost may be your game.
It may be. It may be.
So you take and examine the nanites. You're able to, because your synthetic properties, take and zoom in and actually see these super microscopic nanites. One of the things that you notice is that they are moving around, but occasionally, they're moving constantly, right? Well, occasionally get
Right.
near each other, and you start to see striations that run from one to the next, right? As
Right.
if they've done a lot of travel, and it feels like they came in a very violent way. Like a lot of damage happened to them to get them into this room.
Huh. Okay. I'm passing that along. So it looks like somehow or another they were forcibly put in here. Is there like anything in the room that indicates that perhaps they were shot in, or like?
There's nothing that says that they were shot in.
But
But
I hear a but.
yes.
Okay.
But since you've educated me on the spread, I've decided to go with that. You realize that there is a pinprick hole through the bedroom door that connects with the balcony.
Okay.
And that was a piece of the gun, or excuse me, a piece of the bullet that
Okay.
broke through and came there.
Oh.
And you suspect that may have been what they rode in on.
Wow.
So we need
All
to do
right.
forensic on the bullet.
Right. Definitely.
Egg. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go
No,
ahead.
please,
You
please,
go ahead.
please.
I was going to say, Egg is ammo caseless now. Is all ammunition caseless?
It depends on the era it's from. So there's old guns, there's new, there's laser guns.
I would like to take a uniform and one of the synths down to the park then, while
Absolutely.
the others are working the room.
Absolutely. So you can do that.
Okay.
Head down to the park and investigate that way. Would take you a minute to get there. For everyone else, y'all are still in the room. You have a body, a fragment from a bullet, and some nanites. Is there anything you want to do before I cut over to Detective Gerald?
Detective, do you want me to go with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
With the
I
way
want a
she's been rolling,
uniform to pick up the ghostwriter for questioning.
Absolutely. Did you want to go with them, or did you just want the uniform to pick them up?
Pick him up.
Can do. They are yours to command. Any other thoughts? Awesome. Then to the park we go. So down at the park. So still in the garden district. You go down to the park because Sybil knows exactly where the bullet was shot from. You're able to go down there to the actual location, and Sybil, no roll required, because at this point I feel that I know what number you're on the roll.
Oh no.
So it looks like someone just laid down a blanket, okay, and was having a picnic here.
Mm-hmm.
It would be unlikely that someone would just pull out a high-powered rifle from this place in the park, and no one would have seen anything, right?
Is there any buildings around at all?
Across the park, yes, but right there, not so much.
No. Looking around, is there anybody watching us watching us intently?
So y'all are the police, and yes, people are checking you
Everybody's
out.
watching. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Since I am what I am, can I look at the quilt that's laid down there and check for things like, since it was a bullet, there may possibly, depending on how they were angled, we may get some gunpowder residue. Let's check it out.
So that I am going to ask a roll for.
Okay.
I
I
know
figured
what I'm
you
going
would.
to get, but I'm going to ask for the roll.
Well, you may be wrong. I don't know. My good luck may go out of. Yeah, it did this time. My highest was a 4.
That's still something.
Still, it's good.
So here's what I'm going to give you, because it's that is success with a complication. Okay. So you look at this quilt that's laying there, where clearly someone did the shot, and there's a problem. All the quilt has some places where there's no gunpowder residue. That would mean something was sitting there, right?
Right.
Where there's the most gunpowder residue, there's a rectangle. Okay, so there's this rectangle of clear space, maybe the size of a picnic basket, and there's residue all around it. Okay, then there's another space where you could make an educated guess that someone's probably sitting very close to the picnic basket, and residue around there, and that one sort of has a shadow, right, to where the person was probably sitting there, and the residue didn't go through them, so there's open space behind it.
Okay. All right. So I'm pointing that out, and so it's possible that they had something that they were leaning on to get the angle right, because that's a pretty high shot. So that's what I'm thinking.
Are there any residual, like, people bring animals to the park, I assume, still?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Is there any residual, I look around, see if there's any residual, maybe fecal matter from that's fresh from an animal. Maybe they didn't pick it up. Maybe they did. Any evidence?
These are the crimes. So you're looking around for animal feces, and you're not finding anything. You see one of the drones go by that would be the type that collects them if you did want to grab a drone.
Yeah, we'll impound the drone. Maybe we can get some animal DNA. Who knows?
Indeed.
Awful.
Detective LVN, can you look at the shadow and the shape of what's showing away from the gunpowder and make a trace so we can see the shape of the person who was sitting there with your awesome powerness?
I'm going to make you make the roll. Roll 3d6 for me and tell me what I got.
5.
So, the shape that comes out is someone that probably, okay, we got rectangle. Sitting near them was literally someone sitting near them, right? Like the shape that you have is kind of, they're probably facing straight ahead, probably sitting. Okay, y'all are smarter than me, so answer me this, because when we were growing up, right, the way you sat with your legs crossed was Indian style. But I really don't feel that's the way we're supposed to say it.
Crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross.
Yeah.
Crisscross applesauce. Okay, that's much better. That's much better.
So the person was sitting crisscross on the blanket.
Oh, yes, you're correct.
Oh, well, then it's female. That's what we're going for. Female shooter.
I'm going to put that down as a clue. So,
Are there? Can I search and see if they're like stray nanites? I don't think there will be, but because they're probably inside the bullet, but just any stray nanites on the blanket. Just
not that
curious.
you're finding there.
Okay.
I am curious, Detective Enigma. What makes you think that it must be a woman by the crisscrossed stance?
From the size of the legs, of the shape of the body, if it was male, it would be even childlike male, and I can't see them firing a rifle. This is why we've gone female. In fact, can you please check, Detective LVN, any aroma, any smells of perfume or any soaps around where we're standing right now?
I'm not going to make you roll. There's nothing that comes up other than the dryer sheets that were used for the blanket. But nothing specific.
Okay.
Wow, they use dryer sheets for their blanket?
I mean, as one should.
Oh,
Should.
fancy.
Indeed. So, for the sake of time, I'm going to say that you've exhausted what you're going to be able to find at the park.
All right.
Any other questions about the apartment? Otherwise, there's a suspect that needs some interrogation.
Well, let's go do that.
Awesome. So, y'all all pile into the single vehicle. Still no lunch. Y'all head on to the police station where they have pulled aside one of the most famous authors that is currently publishing, Ghostwriter Patterson. Again, main book is Along Came a Spider on the World Wide Web. These pictures crack me up. So they're in a holding cell, a police interrogation cell. This is the super nice, pristine future. This game, I meant to say this before, so it's Human Almost. It's largely based on the TV show Almost Human. Obviously, I went a different route with that. If you saw Almost Human, the police station was super, super nice. Like, I wish I lived there, kind of nice. And yeah, the interrogation rooms, that would just be where my bedroom would be like, that's fine. Okay, so like it's just a glass cube, and inside sits Ghostwriter Patterson. Ghostwriter Patterson, just to let you know, is an older gentleman, but waiting to be interrogated.
So who are we going to have interrogate him? I'm going to order lunch for everybody because the proper thing to do is for us to eat, keep our mind sharp and our energy up. But while I'm doing that,
everybody get hangry is what he's saying.
Right, I don't want everybody getting hangry and losing a clue. So I start taking the order. But who's gonna go interrogate?
I have a couple of questions for him.
Into the box you go. Taking anyone with you?
I'm taking my lovely detective LVN.
Absolutely. LVN is happy to just stand there, looking kind of disinterested as he normally does. Sitting in the room is, and obviously Ghostwriter is not handcuffed, but is curious and is very much interested in what tale he is about to be told. Detective, why am I here?
What is your relationship to Christy? I'm going to say Aguilera because I can't remember her first name.
Algorithm.
Algorithm.
This is awesome. Don't do like me. Don't be bad with names. Don't do like Egg. Okay, so Ghostwriter is like, Algorithm, Christy? Oh, I don't have a relationship with her. My agent and my editor are both the same program she uses, but this convention was going to be the first time we were going to meet.
Okay, what was this program that you're all using?
We all use the same program. We just switched out from our editor to a fully AI program, AI editor.
AI editor. Oh Lord.
Original.
As I understand it, the AI came up with the name.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
And how long ago did you switch? Did all of you switch? Have all of you switched? All of you going to the conference, are you all on AI editor now?
I couldn't say if all of us were. I know that Algorithm is. Sequence King was the one that introduced us to it.
Interesting.
Always ahead of the curve, that Sequence.
Okay.
As for how long ago, I personally switched about 6 weeks. And it's fantastic. I feel that it just simplifies the whole process. Less human.
Who would you say in the conference would be against using AI editor? Do you know any authors that are against using AI for writing?
I mean, real authors know that AI is the future. By the way,
So what's the name of that person? Because I know you know somebody.
I mean, if we're talking about the people that still want to write by hand, I mean, like long form, then there's Jack Kara Wagon Road. That individual. I read the book Fair Size Sir, and I was not impressed.
Jane Awesome, she's using AI editor.
I would assume so.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Jane's awesome, so yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for your cooperation. Somebody will be in to ask you a few more questions in a moment.
Oh, of course. Is it true that Algorithm Christie's dead?
I can't actually say that at this time.
Oh, that's a mystery. There's some groaners here. So, anyways, with all the since all of y'all are authors and in reality, and I keep going with the whole AI thing and the view of authors, I am waiting for one of y'all to say, "Nope, done," and log right off. So,
while Detective Enigma was questioning, I'm sorry, I've forgotten his name. Thank you. I'll turn to my partner and say, perhaps we should have brought in all of the authors from the conference if they are potentially in danger.
I agree. And I mean, I want to get to that conference for sure. I mean, this is the list we have, but it's by no means everybody that could have wanted her dead.
Exactly.
I'd like to run background checks on everybody, find out a little bit about each one of them.
Hey, I'm not, again, I'm not a big reader or anything, but do we know who the editor was before they all switched over to this full AI editor thing? Do we get a name on that?
Question.
You would have to ask somebody, but yes, there is someone, I'm sure.
Well, we have someone to ask, so shall we go back and ask him?
Yeah, I'll go back in with you this time.
So when y'all reappear, Ghostwriter, who had pulled out a personal device and was, looks up and like, oh, you're
gossiping. He's gossiping to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you doing?
So in the future, Twitter is no longer a thing. Neither is X. We're up to Z.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
So he is typing away. Y'all come in, and by the way, it's Hunt and Peck. Okay, it's not the two thumbs or anything like that. So it's what it is.
Wow.
And he looks up and like, oh, you're back. I was just writing about what we've already discussed. And send.
Yeah, who are you sharing that with?
My followers.
Oh, I wish you
Let's
had
get
not
that
done
deleted.
that.
Yeah, let's get that deleted. Detective LVN, get rid of that. Take it, wipe it off. I want it anywhere on the web at all. Delete it.
LVN does his code, on, and he goes through and does that. And those guys, whoa. Like, what? Why is he taking my phone?
You're interfering with an investigation right now, and you can be arrested for it.
I could?
You could, yes.
For how long?
For as long as we need you to stay, sir.
Longer than that conference, probably.
That probably isn't as fun as it sounds. Tell me what I need to know.
Before you switched over to this AI editor full robot thing, what were you using?
I'm ashamed to say that we were still employing a person. And
really?
Oh yeah, Carl Laded. correlated. He was the person that was putting together all of our edits. Here's the thing, like, I mean, see, and I'm a good person here, okay? So like, it feels nice to give a paycheck to a deserving individual, right? But you just can't argue with the efficiency of the algorithm because it takes and catches everything. Carl, bless his heart, just he couldn't catch it all. He was still human.
The algorithm caught something. I think she knew something that she shouldn't have, by the sounds of it.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Where can we locate Carl if we wish to speak to him?
Oh, I've never met him. He might be at the conference, but I couldn't swear to it.
Detective
He's got to
LVN
work
can
somewhere.
find a trace on him. We'll get a blue officer to come and bring him in, call him in.
You say that LVN is going to take and communicate offline with the blue officer. Which, by the way, for whatever reason, blue officer, awesome. I'm keeping that one.
I have more questions, sir. So you said you never met him, but you must have communicated with him somehow, right?
Oh yeah. Carl sent me notes.
How?
Oh well, through the manuscript, obviously. The AI normally just interpreted what I would have corrected from his notes and corrected that. But yeah, I've talked with him a lot of times. We have done various kinds of mail. One time he sent me a handwritten letter. That I still have. That is amazing. I don't even know why that cost him to get it to me.
Yeah, you should probably frame that.
Oh, we should probably get it as well.
Did you fire him yourself?
Oh no, the AI fired him.
So you don't actually know how he responded, do you? Was he upset or anything?
Well, I mean, my agent and promoter Al Sense, he probably knows, but I'm sure that he just had the AI take care of it.
Oh, so you don't know that the AI took care of it? You're just assuming?
Oh, well, I mean, what AI doesn't take care of a termination?
Okay. Is your agent here in town right now?
No, the conference. We're all getting together with our agents. It's prime time.
All right.
Your agent, who else has he got on his books? Who's at the conference? Who else is he representing?
So he works for a publishing house, while we each tend to have just a single agent promoter because that's the level of really the level of dedication that I think that each of us is looking for. We just can't have someone that's working for everybody. I would not, and let me say this: I would not share agents with Sequence King. I that is the line, okay? But
That name keeps getting thrown out.
I mean,
Why is that? What is your problem with Sequence King?
well, I mean, I don't know. Have you ever talked to him?
I have not had the pleasure.
Oh, okay. Well, sit back and let me tell you a tale of a man from New Hampshire. He's really got that New England Northeast thing on lock, and I don't know. I feel that I wouldn't have two homes in New Hampshire and one in Arizona. I feel that I would probably go a little bit wider with what I do. But he has his audience, and bless his heart.
Absolutely not.
As y'all are questioning this individual who's right in front of you, who you can see, your synthetics begin buzzing again, just like before. And those of y'all that are in this glass cell, there's a heads-up display, and you get the heads-up display that says Code Murder, which is the same thing as you saw earlier today. For those of you that are synthetic, you're given an address and a new place to go investigate.
Let's go, folks.
I guess we're going.
We got a new one. I think we should keep this dude here. He doesn't need to go anywhere.
Did lunch arrive
Mhm.
before we
Yeah.
leave?
I was gonna
Yes.
say, where's my sandwich?
Yeah, who's got the pastrami again? Come on, people, come on. All right, here you go.
Sorry. It turns out that roll was a 3 or less.
Oh,
That's all right. Gerald lives off of Mountain Dew, and that's really all. It's all he drinks or eats. Occasional coffee.
In the future, there's solid Mountain Dew to live off of.
Yeah, he's just got to drink all the time. So I'll drive because I don't trust the rest of you.
This time is moving over to Unitown. Y'all are actually headed to the University of the Cité. That is where this convention is being held. It is basically a conference, and they have a very massive auditorium. Well, they basically have what amounts to a conference center. I mean, it's huge. A convention center, excuse me. It is not a small university, and it is not a small building. And when y'all arrive, you see throngs of fans, okay? Clearly, there's something going on with all these authors. It's like the people are interested in what they write. I don't know. When y'all arrive, y'all have to work your way through the crowd to get into this convention center-sized building. Going through there, y'all are led into an auditorium, and in the auditorium, it's been cleared out, taped again, and down at the center, there's another body.
who is it this time?
So we have lost another great author. The mayor is there, and before y'all can even go and identify the body, the mayor runs up to you and goes, "Do you know that we lost Dan L. Steele? This is unacceptable. What are you doing to solve this?"
Well, first step, Mr. Mayor, is we're asking you to leave the crime scene because you're not trained for this sort of thing. So, officer, help the mayor go and talk to the people. Thank you, Mayor.
There should be a press
This
conference
crime.
going
This
on,
is not going
correct?
to be the city known for killing authors.
You have a
Right, got
crowd
it.
to go calm down, sir.
They need
We
to
have a
calm
body
me
to
down.
examine. Thank you.
So the mayor exits stage left. Y'all can go down an auditorium, and at the bottom of it, there's a stage, a podium. Behind the podium is Dan L. Steele. At least you assume there's not much head left.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
Checking the body again. Checking for bullet crap and nanites and crap like that. Yeah.
Same MO, same bullet, same type of bullet, same caliber.
Except it exited this time.
Yes. Yeah. Not much head left.
Yeah.
And,
Where did the bullet end up going?
So
Does it
behind
exit?
this, there was a thick curtain.
Okay.
Definitely penetrated through that, and y'all are gonna have to continue on to the backstage, where basically they had like minor play props. So it takes a minute to hunt through everything before you find it. But when you do, the reason that you find it is there's a glow. Okay. And nanite glow, yes. And this time the message says that before long, another author will write their last word.
Detective LVN, scan please and tell me time of death.
This happened. He can do you one better. For all of y'all, there's going to be a display that shows this happening from the security cameras.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. What time was it? How long ago?
34 minutes.
Examine the footage. Once again, I want to try to triangulate where it came from and tap in for any extra metadata that I can find that I might be able to use.
Absolutely. Everybody give me a 3d6 roll.
6.
Okay.
6.
3.
7.
So everyone that had the 6, so this is a different from our just flat screens, right? It's a 3-dimensional representation of everything that happened. So you can walk through the crowd, see everything. What you see is a mixture of people and boxes. The boxes are generally some sort of drone. Someone can't make it, they send their drone, it sends them back a feed that's not terribly unlike this feed. Okay, to where it's 3-dimensional. You can go see it. You can have the best seat in the house. One of those drones, for any of y'all that had a 6, y'all start gathering around it because it is the one that was sitting there looking rectangular, almost like a picnic basket, and a gun pops out of it, takes the kill shot. Then it floats on out. It floats on out. Try that word.
Can we catch it?
You can get to the doorway, then out. You can go outside, start going through the different halls that went through because you got continued footage, right? But once it gets outside onto the campus itself, there's no additional footage right then and there.
Does the drone have a particular frequency? Do the drones have individual frequencies?
They would have a similar kind of a signal that connects them, just like we would have with drones today or with cell phones, something along those lines.
Does it have identification code? Something that is connected to where I could tap in and find it that way.
I'm going to have you roll, but this one's going to be difficult, so 2d6.
Okay. I mean, it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 6.
Nice.
Of course you did.
This is your game.
Yeah, it is.
So you're able to tap into a signal, okay? I'm going to ask you, though, to make another roll.
Okay.
This one is the signal coming back and giving you feedback that you did not ask for.
Okay.
So this
Do I
is going
need
to
to
be a
roll
2d6.
2d6? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got another 6.
Very nice. You immediately realize that they're trying to send a virus to you. Like,
Okay.
they anticipated someone's going to figure this out and send a counter signal. However, you have a good firewall, so you stop that.
Right.
You're able to trace this back, and you now have a location where the signal is being sent to.
Okay.
So it's not moving, which tells you that it isn't someone with like a handheld walking around, or if it is a handheld, it's been sat down, right? So wherever they're controlling this from, you have an address.
Okay, so I get the address. So I have an address now. So we need to go find that, right?
Who lives at that address?
Who's on the address? That's a good question.
So Joe, give me the map. And with the map, so you're going to go back to what is called the Heart District. It is basically, this is a utopian future. Capitalism made everything better. And this is not the slums, promise. It's the Heart District, okay? And within there, you have an address for an abandoned building.
So nobody lives here. It's an abandoned building, but that's where the signal's coming from.
Well, nobody officially lives there.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we get back in our vehicle.
Can we see who's registered with the building? Can we see who the building's registered
I can find
with?
out.
You know,
registration.
I think I kind of want to stay here and question some of the witnesses.
It's a great idea.
We can
definitely
do that.
go
Split
both
up.
ways.
Yeah.
I'll stay with my partner.
Can
That
I
works for
also
me.
ask Detective LVN if Carl Lated and Al Sense were actually arrested or took in for questioning at the time of the murder?
They have not been, but they can be sequestered.
They were already. I ordered that to be done.
The GM apologizes. He totally missed that. That is my mistake. So I'm gonna retcon that, and yes, they've been sequestered. My apologies.
Are they in our? At the time of the murder, were they with the blue policeman?
They were not.
They
They
weren't.
were captured. They were taken into custody afterwards, as people were actually exiting the hall where Dan L. Steele was shot.
So they were there when he was shot.
Yes.
Carl Lated and Al Sense were there.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to bring them in.
Then they are brought in, and again, I apologize for messing that up.
Okay.
So they're going to be at the police station. For those of y'all that want to go and check the building in the Hart District, y'all can go do that.
Okay.
And for those of y'all that want to stay here and question witnesses, questioning witnesses will be first. So, is there anything in particular y'all are looking for?
In the security footage, there were people. Can I tell who they are?
Yes.
Do I see any of them in the crowd?
Absolutely.
How many are there roughly?
It's an auditorium that probably held 200 people. So you figure there were 50 humans and probably 100 drones. So some of the drones are here because this is just spectacle. And then there's, of the 50 humans, you could easily guess that there's 40 of them here.
Okay. That's probably.
I'm going to look at the footage and use, I assume that I have a facial recognition technology built in. Use my facial recognition. Can I see anyone that, for example, Carl, our disgruntled former editor, do I see him in the footage?
You see him in the footage. Absolutely.
Does he seem to be paying close attention to a droid, or perhaps moving his hand in a way that might indicate he was working a remote? Or
give me that feels very feels like something to detect. So go ahead and give me a roll. Give me a 3d6.
Okay, that would be 10.
Oh no, I apologize. What's the single highest die?
Oh, 5.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Oh no, all good. That is my mistake. You take and find Carl. You take and you're looking for him to be doing something suspicious. You can see him, but he is talking to somebody who is not Al Sense. He's talking to someone else who you do not immediately recognize.
Okay.
And he does not seem to be doing anything. It's not like he's holding control or anything like that.
I scan around the room. Is anybody in this room now except us? It's just us and the body.
And the other police.
Okay. Then, well, we're going out to talk to witnesses, right?
Yeah, although I do want to check one more thing. After the shot happens, is everyone just screaming, or is there anyone, can we scan for, or I suppose you would have to scan for, Danielle, anyone who is reacting in a way that doesn't seem appropriate for a gunshot?
So the humans generally are either stunned or leaving. Generally, there's a couple of actually decent people that do go forward that you feel that like their body language says they're going to try to help. There is something like 100 drones that immediately go forward and block them because everyone's got to be a part of this. It's just pure spectacle.
They're looking at the body. The drones are.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And recording and putting it online, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I tell you what, Danielle, people are sometimes the worst. You're lucky.
I have been told this.
Of the people who are helping, do we recognize any of those faces? Or can we find them in the crowd?
You absolutely can find them in the crowd. One of the faces that you do recognize is Al Sense.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. He definitely came running forward and was doing his best to move drones out of the way to get to Dan. And then after a fashion, and it's not like it's not a long delay, but it wasn't an immediately jump and run forward. You see Carl after the shot. He comes forward as well. He is less helpful, and it's not. I think of it as if I were to see a dead body and someone shot them. Like, I mean, what do I do? So it doesn't feel like it's so much spectacle. It's just that not his job.
Okay.
The person that Carl was talking to, did in the ensuing panic, did that person run out or move
Yes.
forward, or okay?
Mm-hmm. Person that he was talking to, he ran out, and as you're thinking about that and looking, several people went with that individual.
Okay.
Like specifically with him, or just kind of followed him?
Yes, went with him, like specifically with him.
Huh.
Need to find out who that was.
Yeah. Can we run facial recognition on that guy?
Yes. So that is none other than Sequence King.
I love this name. We've got him now, though, haven't we, Detective LVN? Can you double check that we've actually got him in custody now?
Face freaks me out every time.
That individual on the screen in custody. You absolutely have that individual in custody.
I think time to go back to the precinct, do some questioning.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we don't really need to question the crowd if we know all of this. So you and I can head back to the precinct and start questioning. Who is it? Carl, Al, and Sequence?
Carl, Al, and King, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll go do that.
Let's do that.
All right.
Y'all head back to the precinct. I'm going to jump over to those that had decided to go across town to explore the abandoned building. You reach the Heart District, which is fabulous. It is a utopian future. It's like you took all the rundown abandoned buildings and you're like, you know what? If we just project a really nice light on them, so much better. So much better. Within this area, there is a number of, when you go on top of all these buildings, they're covered in solar, okay? Illegal occupants using solar to give themselves power, okay? Completely off the grid. The Heart District, it is a utopian area, and no one would argue that. It also surrounds one of the industrial districts that still throws black smoke into the air. Not a pretty sight. Y'all find the specific building that you're looking for. Again, it's just got a bright like pattern thrown on it, trying to make it look better than the abandoned building that is. But it is missing windows, and the front door was boarded up. Not so much anymore. And it's a reasonably lively place.
So we would have, I think, had some uniforms show up to watch no sirens, but watch the back, watch the front.
Right.
So I'm going to go through the front door. Sybil, you come in right after me. Is that good?
All right.
Okay. I will bring my piece out. Make sure it's.
Before you go through the front door, y'all go past the regular cops, yes?
Right.
And they tell you, like, hey, like, it's a lot of tension here. I hate being in the Heart District. Y'all sure y'all just want to go in, the two of you?
We'll bring two more uniforms with us.
Okay. Both of them are wearing red shirts. Okay.
Not blue.
So y'all go in with your cannon fodder in tow, and this building has solar, but it doesn't have any elevators. So it is stairs and stairs and stairs. Y'all have to get to the 10th floor, and
we're in shape. Or I wish we'd had lunch though.
Yum yum.
You didn't eat? You had Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I've
fine.
warned you about doing this, man.
Well, hey, at least I gave up smoking, right?
I swear one day I'm going to have to carry you out of a building over my shoulder. It's going to look really strange. All right. Don't die. Come on.
Got it.
y'all go up the stairs, right? The lobby area, fine. But once y'all go up the stairs, it becomes residential in the weirdest way. It's an abandoned building that is not the nicest place you've ever been, but you've definitely been to worse apartments and worse hotels in the world that we live in.
Right.
In every floor, it's a little bit more dedication, right? Because people are squatting effectively. So as you're going up, these are people that that they decide to go up higher because there's fewer people that are going to come and bother you.
Right.
You reach.
Is that going to go on Z? I just wonder.
You'll continue up until you hit the 10th floor where the signal was coming from. By this point, you're actually starting to hit the area where it's just too much of a walk, even for a roof over your head. This part of the building is not full. Okay. It started like after the 5th floor, you start getting fewer and fewer and fewer people per floor. Once you get to the 10th, you figure there's probably 2 or 3 residents. Obviously, the synthetic would be able to do a body heat scan and get a real
right,
number.
Which I do.
So it is 2. And they're not in the room that you're looking for.
Okay.
But you come up, you're on the landing, go down the hallway. There is a door, okay, and it is sealed.
Interesting.
It's sealed.
We could. Why don't before we go in, let's talk to the residents who are here.
Okay. I want to find out a little bit about them. Is there any way to find out? These people are completely off the grid, aren't they?
For the most part, yes. But
Okay.
their scan may be able to pull up some information about them. It just depends when you actually see them.
Okay. Because once we see them, I'm going to start a scan.
I'm assuming that you want to talk to the 2 people on this floor.
Yes.
Okay. So you went to one end of the hallway, sealed door. You'll have gone back towards the stairwell because, hey, if you're going to be on a floor by yourself, why be far away from the stairwell?
Right.
Why add insult to injury? So they're there. Now, you were able to know they're there because of body heat and whatnot, but their door is closed.
I'll knock.
Yeah.
What's our designation? We're the what's our city we're in?
You're in the city.
All right. So
City.
TCPD. We just want to talk.
So door opens and there is a middle-aged gentleman standing there.
Mm-hmm.
He is. It's a t-shirt and shorts kind of situation. And he looks at you and like, "Hey, I'm not causing any trouble."
We know that. There's and I'll point down the hallway to the door. It's like, have you seen somebody come in and go in from that door down there?
Are they in trouble?
They could be.
Well, then I don't know.
I kind of look at everybody. It's like, well, a few extra ration cards could come your way if you know if someone has been coming and going to that door.
And they're offering us extra ration cards. You seen anyone go down the other door?
I'm scanning him while he's asking this question.
You got his name, which is Danny Delgado.
Okay.
He has been arrested for illegal bicycle couriering, transporting packages without a license.
Okay.
Certainly.
Any idea what kind of packages?
They tended to just be regular commerce, things like food, hardware. Just and when I say hardware, I mean nails and whatnot, not guns. Yeah. But just regular packages that you might pick up at a store, but without a license. the worst kind of scum.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is certainly not a libertarian utopia. So
The capitalist utopia.
Yeah.
Lots of rules and regs, man.
Indeed.
All right.
Don't apply for a job in this utopia. 10 interviews at a minimum. So you have his name and the illegal stuff that he has done. Mildred, who he is called out to, comes up and he is dressed in a matching t-shirt and shorts. And I was like, "Hey, Ruth, haven't had lunch. You want to know who's been coming in and out of there?
yes, please.
It's a drone. Comes in and out of there all the time. Got the doors sealed up so only drones can go in. I've checked, but couldn't get any further."
It didn't shock you or anything?
What was inside would probably shock me, but no, the door did not.
Okay.
Just drones. I scanned her too.
So this is Mildred Delgado, and also arrested for illegal bicycle couriering.
Good Lord. They have a little business then. Is that
How they met?
Basically.
If there's a question, there's a backstory.
I'm sure there is.
But
All right.
drone
This
goes
is
in and out.
small time.
Gotcha.
All right. So there's just that sealable door. Huh.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna have the uniform. We're gonna call out the uniforms, let them know that we're going in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Sybil, can you scan the doors, make sure there are no booby traps?
Right. I'm going to scan the door. I'm also going to see while I'm scanning the door, look for booby traps, see if there's a way that I can trigger it to open. See if I can communicate with the computer to try to see if I can just make it open.
Okay. Give me 2d6.
2d6.
Yeah. A little difficult.
Yeah, I figured. Well, one just fell off the table. Let me try again.
It's all good. Roll
They
again.
keep falling off the table. Let me. All right, there we go. I got.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't hear you. Oh, a 3? Oh, okay. Okay. So, no, there are no booby traps, but unfortunately, you're not able to make that connection that would allow you to just automatically open the door.
So I relate this. There's no booby traps, but I can't seem to trigger the thing to make it open
All right.
myself either. So
I let the uniforms and Sybil know that I'm going to kick it open.
good old fashioned 70s style policing here.
Right. There's a little bit of funk playing in the background, and then I kick that door open.
Roll 3d6 for me.
Before I go in, because I do like to play rules, I'm like, police! And then I kick. I got a 5.
5, so there's a slight complication. You kick the door, and you're there. One of it's you and the 2 officers, and you kick the door. You kick it in so the door opens, but the explosive part does glance out, and lightning shoots and hits one of the officers, blowing them back across the hall. They are in bad shape.
Slight complication.
It's an NPC, so it's only a slight complication.
You wasted 2 perfectly good officers.
It's a man's life.
These are expensive.
They are expensive.
I radio and let hey, we've got a slightly fried pampa.
So good. Just make sure when you leave, you have to slide across the hood now.
Yep.
Oh God, please.
Like Shaft, watch him.
The tissue paper that my vehicle's made out of, and my slight amount of weight, I think that I just go through it.
All right. Fine.
So, I apologize, Sybil. You said that
I'm radioing to let the cops left downstairs know that one of their partners is injured. We've got a cop down up here. He's slightly fried.
y'all have a cop down.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump from you right there. Okay, I'm going to leave y'all hanging right there.
Nice.
And everyone else is pulled into the police station. Okay, y'all are going in to do all the interrogations that you have. When every synthetic buzzes, every glass surface has a message, cop down, and it has the address that y'all are familiar with.
Ugh.
Does it
What
say
happened
which
now?
cop is down?
It has a serial number that is not any of your immediate detective. It's it's a red serial number.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fried. Yeah.
We've got more of those in the storage closet. Let's go. Let's go question some bad guys.
Y'all go in, and there are 3 interrogation rooms. I believe that you'll have 3 individuals. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Carl, Al, and Sequence,
And
right?
King.
Yeah.
King, yeah.
Yeah, Sequence King.
So while Carl and Al are in their interrogation rooms, each by themselves, Sequence King's room is going to be difficult for y'all to get into because not only does Sequence have an entourage around him, but there's police officers in there too. They're just interested. Like, it's Sequence King. I mean, if you've read IT,
Okay, I'm going to go bursting in, clear everyone out.
absolutely. So you go in, and honestly, getting the officers out, no problem, right? It's King's entourage that, all of them are very reluctant to leave. They have different functionary jobs around him. Some of the people are there, and they're like, we can't leave. Like, we're the individuals that, the AI, it needs additional setup, and like King gives us.
Unless you've been brought here for questioning, you have to leave right now, or you will be arrested for getting involved in a case when you shouldn't be. Yeah. So
That's what we call it. Yeah.
Obstruction.
That's the one. Obstruction of justice. If you don't clear out now, you'll all be arrested. You may wait outside. You don't have to go far. Just wait outside. We won't be long with Mr. King. We just need to ask him some questions.
So one by one, they go out. Go in a glass room, so they're just standing there looking at you, all hound dog. And you're in the room with Stephen King. Excuse me. Stephen King. Totally different guy.
Oh,
Different guy.
I
love you. You saw the picture of him. Totally different guy. And so from New Hampshire, and I have no idea how that accent would go. So, how can I help you?
So your name has been brought up several times in this investigation of now 2 fatalities. What is your relationship to the deceased?
Well, we all work in the same industry. We go to the same parties and know the same people. Work for the same publisher. I mean, I've done a collaboration with Dan L. Steele. That was probably the worst collaboration I've ever done. I have never had a chance to do anything with algorithm. Really like the book, really.
How was your friendship with Dan after the disastrous book that you wrote together?
I mean, I wouldn't say that it hurt our relationship. It didn't sell well, so I wouldn't feel that anyone saw how bad it was. The reviews, though, no
How does
good.
that make you feel?
I mean, bad reviews are bad reviews. It's part of the business. If you're asking if I killed Dan over a book, no. I mean, the revenge for that is that I outsell Dan. Although probably not now. Let's give me that whole sympathy boost.
Have you or anyone who works at with your publisher received any sort of threatening messages prior to this weekend or this week or whatever day it is?
He points at, you see that individual right there who is with me. Okay? That's Ryan Nation. That is the individual that keeps track of all the people that are threatening me. I have a person for that.
I see.
But half the people that threaten me are going to be at the convention, and they're going to buy books from me. You know, death threats are the new "I love you."
I see.
What's your relationship with Al Sense? How do you know him?
I mean, I personally don't use Al himself, but he works for the publishing house, and he's definitely, one of the better agents.
What about Carl?
I really like Carl. He did a lot of good work, but the publishing house wanted us to move over to AI, and I felt it was time. I just wanted to do it as an experiment, and I really liked how it worked. And it didn't cost me anything, so I thought it was a win.
Did Carl express any reservations about not working with the publishing house when he was replaced?
Yes. I mean, Carl, I'm sure was just furious about it, but he's going to have to compete with the machines. It's just like when I meet an author and they're still wanting to write a book by hand. I can sequence about 1 to 2 bestsellers a week. And this is really while I'm in my retirement phase.
Yeah, but it's not you though, is it? It's AI who's making these bestsellers, isn't it, Mr. King?
Well, now, hold on. Let's not accuse the AI of crimes here. It's AI. I mean, these are ethically sourced AIs, aren't they?
Are they?
Are they? Would we know? Let me guess, you asked the AI.
Full disclaimer. These AIs, not ethically sourced. Back to the game. So, no. These are ethically sourced AIs. These are taking what I would have written. If I wanted to go back to the pencil and paper era, if pencils were still available, and I wanted to write, this is what it would be like. This is what the AI does. It took the initial papers that I wrote from high school through college and made me into bestsellers.
See?
Yeah.
I'm going to step out and go speak to Ryan, the guy, and
Yes.
And say, basically ask him the same question. Has there been anyone threatening all of the authors that are with this publisher?
Oh, you're wanting Superfan Killer 298. Yeah, that is the number one person that does reviews and threatens to kill all the authors. Like that one's a special sort of unhappy.
Detective LVN, can you make sure that he's apprehended and brought in as soon as possible, please?
So LVN kind of goes distant, like thinking about something, and says, that individual is not available to be apprehended at the moment. We can't locate them.
You can't locate someone?
I cannot.
Wow. Okay. Let's get you checked out. All right. I'm going to go and have a chat with Carl.
Well, if you do that, I'm going to go talk to Al then.
You stay right where you are, King. You're not going anywhere.
Okay. Can my people come back in? We got a novel to finish.
Yes, but no electronics are allowed inside the cube.
Oh, they can stay out there. So, Lois?
Yes.
Hey, got it right. You wanted to talk to
Al Sense, the agent.
Yes. So you go over to that cubicle, which is
Before, as I'm on my way, I want to ask either, is my partner with me? Are you with me?
If you want me to be, yes.
Okay. Is there a way we can? I know we deleted the message that Pattison sent earlier on Z.
Right.
But is there a way to look and see what it was? There you go. You're welcome.
I think it's still going to be in LVN's database. He's the one who wiped it off, so I'm sure he's still got it. Unless someone's messing with him, because him not being able to locate someone is very, very unusual.
Okay.
I can easily have LVN transmit the message to me to show it to you.
Yeah, can you do that?
Yeah. I do that. Here it is.
So it said R.I.P. Algorithm Christie. You know, the queen of the murder mystery. It's a mystery how she was murdered.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Just want to check and make sure we didn't miss something. All right. I'll go to talk to Al now.
You go into the interrogation room, and there sits Al. He is distraught, but you know, at the end of the day, he's an agent, and the only reason he's distraught is that he's not able to sell something at the moment. He's like, when am I going to be let out of here?
Undetermined, sir. I have a few questions to ask you about the murder you witnessed today.
Okay.
What is your relationship with the victim?
I work for a company that represents and publishes and does all sorts of stuff for the you're referring to Dan?
Yes, Dan.
Yeah. I help out.
Are you his agent?
I work for the wider group. I actually was working with Algorithm more, though I do help to mentor his actual agent.
And what's that agent's name?
That agent's name is Hazel.
Their last name or just Hazel?
Is that Hazel?
Just Hazel.
Just like Madonna.
It's very
or whatever.
I like it, like Agent Hazel. It just has a ring to it.
All right. Is she here right now at this conference?
Oh no. So the cost of flying everyone into the city and putting everyone up in the city. Come on, we have to think about the bottom line. So I'm here kind of representing the whole company.
Okay. So who do you represent as individuals at this company? Like normally outside of right now?
Prior to today, Algorithm. I have represented or partnered with different agents to represent some of the other authors in the past. But you know, today was Algorithm. And
you don't represent Pattison?
So I have worked with the person that represents Pattison. We interchange a lot. Pattison is one that I spent a lot of time with. Spent a lot of time with Algorithm. I've worked and mentored both of their current individuals. Basically, if I were to kind of summarize this, I'm not entitled a manager, but I have some of those responsibilities. So a lot of mentoring and a lot of promotion, a lot of campaigns.
All right. And what is your relationship with Carl? Last name escapes me.
Related.
Carl Lated.
Yes.
Oh, Carl. Oh no. Yeah, he was at the convention. Is he in here? Like
I can't stay.
That guy. Yeah, times change, AI changes things. At some point in time, we all have to be prepared to have our jobs replaced or augmented by AI. And Carl, he wanted to keep on doing what he was doing, and AI will do it better every time with so much ethical originality.
Second time I've heard that word today, ethical.
It is curious.
Yeah. So are you the one that let Carl go?
Oh no, the AI did it.
Okay, so you haven't spoken to him since he was let go.
Oh no, he was at the conference.
So you have spoken to him recently.
Oh yeah.
And how did he take that?
Oh, he was not happy at all. But you've just got to roll with the punches. There's always a company that needs someone to operate the AI at the drive-through for fast food, and if that's where Carl's got to go, that's where he's got to go.
That's a bit cruel.
Hey, we're in publishing. If anyone wants to throw an X card out there right now, I totally get it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what you say when they come for your job, right?
Oh, I can't be replaced.
Absolutely, I'm sure you can't.
Like, no machine could do what I can do.
Uh-huh.
And what is that exactly?
Promotion. I have people skills, damn it.
Yeah, you don't think if a robot can read a manuscript and catch every error, you don't think they can send a few Z notes or...
Not in a coordinated campaign. That takes human ingenuity.
That's a bit racist.
That's true.
Detective Lois, I've had a thought. Would
Yeah.
you mind if I go and speak to Mr. King again?
Of course.
Thank you. I slip back out into King's little waiting area,
Yes.
and I tell him that we noticed on the footage prior to Dan L. Steele's murder that he was having a conversation with Carl, and I want to know what they were talking about.
Oh, so Carl was my editor on IT. We were just going over some of the edits that were done. There is an entire chapter that we're considered sequencing back in to the story. It really will change the way you look at some of the main characters. There's the time displacement bit where it's 30 years ago, then now, and then there's stuff in between. And I wrote a chapter about a big turtle, okay? And that's in the future.
Well, that's fine, but Carl no longer works for the company or for you. Why would you be discussing that with him?
I mean, I've known Carl for decades. It is a shame what happened, but it doesn't make him any less a brilliant individual. Honestly, I felt that, and what I really would encourage him to do is to go ahead and get his own AI and start writing. The editor thing is one thing, but if you can get the right AI, just start making books.
Do you happen to know if he has any experience working with drones?
I would say no, but I could be wrong. It does. It's not a hobby that I've seen him demonstrate a lot.
All right. Thank you.
Well,
And
no problem.
I'll return to my partner and fill her in on what was just said. So I tried.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
If it's okay with y'all, I'm going to jump back to the Heart District and a kicked-in door. So an officer is down, but no one cared. So the people that are on the first floor, those officers, they're going to come up, but based on the reaction from the police department as a whole, they'll get here when they get here. So it's you and you,
Right.
and one last person in case there's a complication with a roll. What do y'all want to do?
Well, what's the room look like?
So officer's going to check out that officer, but for the two of y'all look in, okay? Y'all look into the room. It is what would amount to an abandoned room. The door was literally the nicest thing in this entire room as far as you can see visually. However, for those of you that can see into other spectrums of light, radar and heat and everything else, you're able to immediately notice that there is a really large power source hidden in a closet.
All right. I move towards that closet.
Okay.
We've got a power source here, man.
All right. Careful.
Thank you.
You are moving towards the closet. Did you heed the recommendation to be careful?
Yes.
Okay. So come in, right? It's a hallway, living room, another hallway. That's going to take you into a bedroom. Bedroom has the closet. Okay.
Right.
You get up to the door and open it. It's just a regular door. And there's the room with the closet. You'll have to go into the room and then come around, and there will be what you assume to be a walk-in closet.
Right.
When you do that, you can see that their power station is something that was charging the drone. And the drone that you're looking for is sitting there, and it has a gun that as soon as you're there, it swings your direction. What do you want to do?
I stop. So you know about that being careful thing?
Yeah.
So I found the drone. It's drawn on me.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. I mean, I had my weapon out. I could probably shoot it, but it hit me by surprise, and I'm just a little bit like, I promised I'd be careful.
All right, then I'm going to just come around the corner of the thing real quick and put a bullet in the drone.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me 3d6.
Okay. Five.
Okay. So there's a complication. So you shoot it, but it shoots. Sybil, why don't you try and take and dodge out of the way?
Okay.
Only 2d6.
2d6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I really need a 6. Yes, I got a 6.
I mean, in a first for this game, you get a 6, huh?
Yeah, in a first.
Do you just want to catch the bullet in your hand and like, not today?
Yeah.
So you caught a bullet, and because it was a 6 on top of that, you're like, oh, this is one of the bullets, and you catch it, right?
Right.
And it sprays out a bunch of nanites at you, and it has a message that would have, sort of formed in a large area, but now it's just kind of on your face, and it takes a while to spread out. And so you now have this sign kind of in front of you. And Gerald, I apologize. I thought you were going to say something.
No, go ahead.
So Gerald, when you look at Sybil holding a bullet and Hal has a neon sign on her face that says, "The last word's been written."
Last word's been written.
Shit. I mean,
Sounds like about the same message that it was going to be, that the others have been. So it was preparing for another murder.
so yes,
Right.
but who was
Who's
it going to
writing
kill?
the book right now? Who is writing the book right now in the precinct?
King.
So King was our, well, I'm not there, but King was our last victim,
Maybe.
potentially?
Maybe.
Potentially. What's the drone doing? Well, the drone is down now, right? Because it's got a bullet in it.
R.I.P. drone.
R.I.P. drone.
Well, can you get any information out of it?
I was about to ask that. Can I get information from it? Download anything? Find anything out?
3D
Without getting a virus. Pardon? Okay. 2d6 or 3?
3.
Okay, 6.
So just as last time, you got the signal was coming to here, right?
Right.
So this drone was getting a signal from here. Then of course the drone came back to this place. Now you're getting that the drone is getting a signal from the police station.
So I relay that to Gerald. So it's coming from the police station now.
So we'll go ahead. Actually, I'll say alert the synths, and I'll call the humans.
Okay.
Heads up. The signal is coming from the station itself.
It's coming from inside the house.
So that's exactly what I'm sending to the other sense. Like, it's coming from inside the house.
So and you send that to all the officers, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So detectives, the drone signal's coming from somewhere inside the precinct. For those of you that are synthetic inside the precinct, it would be a good idea to probably try and triangulate.
I will do that.
LVN is going to help you out, and normally it's 3d6, but go at 4d6.
Yep, there's a big old 6.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're getting the sense that over in the interrogation area, that is where the signal is coming from. You're going to have to go over there. There's the 3 interrogation rooms and the entourage outside, unless it's one of the police officers or one of the detectives. Maybe someone's not a literary fan.
Can LVN and I, as we get close to people, can we detect a signal coming? Like, or is
you're
it
getting the signal, and it's getting bounced around among the people. Okay, so you're definitely close, but probably can't quite do it with just signal alone. It's probably going to take a little bit of human understanding that maybe the AI isn't quite cut out for.
who's using a device right now?
We've got to put them all together now in one room and see what they've got on them. Check what they've been carrying, check what they've been typing up, check what signals they've been sending.
Well, King was the one that was so desperately wanting to continue using his device. So maybe it's one of his people working under his order. But because we took his device away, we wouldn't let them in, right?
We wouldn't let electronics back in the room with King and his people, but it doesn't mean they didn't.
Right.
So when y'all look at King's people, everyone that's there, if you're human, roll 3d6 to try and suss it out. If you're synthetic, it's only 2d6.
Okay.
6.
4. And both.
Oh, I thought I was still in the room with the agent.
But you were given the same alert.
So I was.
If
Okay.
you want to be in there, if you want to mix in, it's all good. If you want to be back in that room, that's also okay.
I think I still want to be in the room.
Good deal. Good deal. Okay. So you see the detectives, though, because it's glass room, you see them go by, and they're headed over to Sequence King's individuals. Enigma, you said 6?
Yep.
So when you're looking at each of King's entourage, you can see that one of them is pretty upset, like they're typing something, but like it's that angry typing, like your phone's not working. And it is Ryan Nation, the individual that handles all the bad individuals that are stalking everybody.
I lean over to Enigma and say, King says he is his guy.
Yeah, we need to get that device, find out who he's sending that to and what he's sent out.
Okay. Are you going to take his device away, or who are you going to have do that?
Yeah, LVN can take that.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll 2d6.
6 and
So,
a 5.
That's good. So LVN goes and attempts to take the device, and Ryan freaks out. Okay, and LVN is able to get the device, but suddenly you see the kind of weapon that would not be detected by the normal sensors that y'all have, right?
Gun!
Well, these are basically what are they're ceramic blades. Okay, they break apart, but then this one forms, sticks out, sort of like sticking out of the arm, and takes and swipes and immediately takes off the arm of LVN.
Holy moly! Right, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, now I'm running out of the interrogation room, so I'm there too.
We've got him now down on the ground. He doesn't have a weapon anymore. The other taking care of LVN. So yeah, that's crisis over for now. But you've got his device, yeah?
LVN picks up the arm that has the device, but you got to take and get him down. So I'm going to ask for y'all to take and roll a 3d6 to basically everybody tackle him. Unless y'all want to shoot him.
6.
2.
You were late to the party. What can I say? They already got him
He's in
down.
the other room.
Yeah, okay. Good. Glad you guys managed to do that without my help.
And as I jump at him to try to help take him down, I start in a completely different voice. I start yelling, "Don't make me do a hammerhead loop on your ass! I will put you into orbit!"
Circus Bot 5000. So excited.
And then as soon as we have him secured, I'm speaking again. I'm very calm. So
there's only one thing left to do. Why did he do it?
Yeah. Well, he's not hurt. He's able to speak. So let's ask him. You know, why did you? What's so important about your phone? Why did you attack the detective?
They were writing terrible books. It was just the same garbage over and over and over again. Machine can never do what a human can. And that's the moral of my story.
Book him, Dano.
And we all agree.
Yay!
Yay! Good job, team.
Thank you very much for playing.
Oh yeah, thank you
This
for
was
running.
fun.
That was a
Thank
hoot.
you.
That was so cool. Thank you.
Very
So
fun.
let's go around the room. Start with SG, if you would. Go ahead and just tell people who you are and where they can find you.
Yeah, so again, my name is SG Tasz. That's my author name. I write paranormal comedy, urban fantasy. My current book just came out 2 weeks ago. It's called Death by Misadventure. That's available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited right now. And you can always find what I'm up to at my website, which is sgtash.com.
Anybody? There we go.
I'm Misty Massey. I am the author of the Mad Kestrel series of pirate fantasy adventures. And you can find out all about me at mistymassey.com and on all of the social medias. And if you don't want to read what I write, if you just want to listen to what I do, you can come listen to the Authors and Dragons podcast, of which I am a cast member. It's a comedy, actual play D&D podcast. We play D&D to its absolute most ridiculous level. So come listen.
I'm Jessica Nettles, author of The Children of Menlo Park. I write historical fantasy and Southern Gothic horror. You can find me at jessicanettlesauthor.com and on social media, except for the dead bird. Come and see me.
Hi everyone, I am Karina Kantas. I am author of 14 books. I write in all different fictions, genres. My passion though lies with dark romance. That is my bestseller. Also translated into 5 languages and won 4 book awards. So if you like something really gritty, you can go and check out Broken Chains and the podcast, of course, Behind the Pen. Thank you.
I'm Sean Hillman. Most people call me Sean. I was your host tonight, but not your GM. You can find me at thewickedboys.com. My book, The Language of Skeptics, is out on Amazon. And at Multiverse, you'll be able, if you come to Multiverse, which you should, no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to play my one-page RPG, I Demon Sword. And after the convention, it'll be available on Drive-Thru and Itch.
I'm Egg Embry. I'm going to be at that multiverse that Sean was just talking about. He invited me to be there, so hey, I'll be there running games, and I'll also play his one-page game, which will be a lot of fun. I want to go back to the game that we were just playing. I have one moment that I did not get to bring to life. One of the potential killers wasn't the actual killer, but one of the potential killers was an AI author, not an author that uses AI, but an actual AI author. K2379. They are an international bestseller, and they're very popular in the supercomputer romance subgenre. Didn't get to use that.
Oh, I hope that's never invented.
That's right, Dave.
Perfect. All right, Egg, you want to send us out?
Absolutely. So, I appreciate everyone for playing. Thank you for watching this, and it's always time to go indie now.